We are starting with one of the rarest cars in GTA San Andreas, the Phoenix. Unlike most vehicles, it has no simple permanent spawn location and only appears under a few specific conditions. One Phoenix is driven by Big Poppa during the mission Home in the Hills, giving CJ a chance to steal it during the chase. The car is also used in one of the San Fierro race tournaments, and this is probably the easiest way to obtain it permanently. Once the race begins, simply drive the Phoenix to the nearest safe house garage. Leave the garage and wait until you get disqualified from the race. When you respawn, the Phoenix will remain stored there and can be kept permanently. It is one of the fastest muscle cars in the game, with strong acceleration and a top speed of around 200 km per hour, although it becomes slightly harder to control at high speed and is especially enjoyable for drifting. Its design draws inspiration from the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am and several generations of the Chevrolet Camaro. I absolutely love this vehicle. The Sandking is one of the rarest off-road vehicles in the game, and unlike most cars, it never appears in normal traffic. Despite its size, it is surprisingly fast, easy to control, and extremely capable across rough terrain. It can only be found in one specific location beneath the huge satellite dish at the Big Ear in Bone County. The vehicle is available there from the beginning of the game, so no missions need to be completed before collecting it. Because it does not naturally spawn anywhere else, many players can finish the entire story without ever seeing one. The Sandking cannot be modified inside regular tuning garages, which makes its original appearance feel even more distinctive. On rare occasions, it can spawn with hydraulics already installed, creating an even more unusual version of an already rare vehicle. Its design appears to be inspired by a modified 1980s Ford Bronco-style racing truck, which perfectly matches its aggressive off-road character. The Hotknife is another extremely rare vehicle, and together with the Phoenix, it has always been one of my personal favorites. Normally, it only appears outside the driving school in San Fierro after every test has been completed with a gold medal. That makes it a difficult reward to unlock, right? But there is also a much easier way to obtain one much earlier. During the first 2 levels of the Vigilante side mission, a Hotknife can occasionally appear as one of the target vehicles. If the Hotknife does not appear on your first attempt, here is a simple trick. Cancel the Vigilante mission, start it again immediately, and repeat the process until the car finally spawns. Once you see it, catch up with the target, steal the car, and store it inside one of your garages before saving the game. The Hotknife resembles a heavily modified 1931 Ford Model A coupe, complete with a custom hot rod body and a distinctive purple, white and black paint scheme. It can also appear with or without a cover over the engine compartment, making this already rare vehicle even more visually unique. The next vehicle is the SWAT Tank, which only appears during the final mission, End of the Line. One of these armored vehicles can be seen outside Big Smoke's drug palace, where CJ is expected to steal one and use it to break through the wall. However, the SWAT officers barely protect it, so taking the vehicle is super easy. Instead of following the mission objective, you can simply drive the SWAT Tank back to Grove Street and park it inside the garage at the Johnson house. Now the vehicle must be destroyed while it is stored inside the garage. Because this special mission version is bulletproof, throwing a grenade at it is one of the easiest ways to destroy it. Once the mission has failed and the garage repairs the vehicle, the SWAT Tank becomes yours permanently. Quite easy, right? Its design appears to be based on the Cadillac Gauge 5 100 Commando. Interestingly, a smaller model inside Zero's RC shop calls it the SWAT Van 92, possibly revealing an earlier development name. The next vehicle is the Mothership, a heavily customized camper owned by the Truth. It uses the same basic model as the regular camper, but its colorful graffiti paint job makes it completely unique. One of the missions where the Mothership appears is Are You Going to San Fierro? And this is also one of the easiest opportunities to steal it. Once the weed farm has been destroyed, run back toward the Mothership and shoot the Truth. The mission will fail, but the Mothership will now be unlocked, allowing you to steal it and drive it safely into one of your garages. And just like that, you become the owner of a unique explosion-proof camper with one of the most recognizable paint jobs in the game. Its design is based on the classic Volkswagen Type 2 T1, while its top speed is only around 120 km per hour. The Mower is one of the strangest and rarest drivable vehicles in the game. It never appears in normal traffic and can only be found parked at a small number of hidden locations across the map. One of these places is the farm in Flint County, where a mower can be found close to the house. Despite being a lawn mower, it cannot cut grass or work like the much larger combine harvester. It is also the slowest vehicle in the game, which makes driving any serious distance painfully difficult. Although the mower is completely open, the game treats it like a car rather than a motorcycle. So CJ remains seated even when it flips over or lands upside down after a fall. Funny. And while the standard mower is almost useless, adding nitro through a cheat or trainer makes it considerably more entertaining. I still remember chasing my friends around in the mower and the caddy more than 10 years ago. And somehow these completely useless vehicles were always incredibly fun. The Vortex is one of the most unusual vehicles in the game because it is the only drivable hovercraft. Unlike normal boats, it can travel across water, beaches, roads, and other flat surfaces without slowing down too much. It becomes available after completing the mission Cutthroat business, and several permanent spawn locations then appear across San Andreas. One of the easiest places to find it is beside the pier in Valle Ocultado. Another Vortex can appear in the water surrounding the pirates in Men's Pants Casino on the Strip. A particularly strange example can be found near Bayside, where the badly positioned vehicle sometimes slides down the beach by itself, creating the famous Ghost Vortex effect. I used to climb to the top of the tallest buildings, spawn a Vortex with a cheat, and then drive straight off the roof. Because it is a hovercraft, it can glide through the air for a surprisingly long time before falling back to the ground. Did you ever do this as well? Let me know in the comments. And finally, we have the Dune, a massive off-road truck designed for extreme desert terrain. The Dune cannot be found driving through normal traffic or parked somewhere from the beginning. It only becomes available at the Las Venturas Stadium after completing the Kickstart side mission. Once unlocked, it appears outside the stadium alongside the BF injection and the cart, making it a reward that many players never realize exists. The Dune handles rough ground surprisingly well, although its tall body makes it easy to roll over, and a hard crash can quickly cause it to explode. Interestingly, its internal game file name is Dune Ride, which may have been an earlier name used during development. Its appearance resembles the heavy rally trucks used in long-distance desert races, including vehicles such as the KAMAZ 4911. The Dune is a fitting final vehicle for this list. So, what do you think? Which vehicle from this list is your favorite? And did I forget any other extremely rare vehicle that deserves to be included? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.